Hey Noah, hey Devin, hey Devin, hey Noah. Happy Memorial Day. I just found out about it yesterday. I don't really watch calendars. I'm kind of allergic to calendars at this point in my life, but it just snuck up on me and I was really excited. I'm in a really good mood. Earlier in the week, I did a terrible video that was just all, I looked at it, I was so ashamed. I was in a bad mood. Things have been hitting me pretty hard these past couple months, and you know the stories privately. But let's just say I got a little shit on my shoe, and I think I'm coming towards the end of it. So out of the woods and into the sunshine, I will soon come. And, you know, I'm very excited to come back to the land of the living, so to speak. And uh, I just want to talk a little bit about being a veteran. And really, I want to just extend thanks to the veterans all over the world because serving your country is a noble thing. A lot of people throw off on it, and some people respect it. But I'm proud of serving. I'm proud of getting an accommodation medal, and I'm proud of even though I was half a knucklehead and not very civilized. Um, it kind of broke a chain of a cycle in me. It broke a cycle. And you boys know me. I'm a peaceful person, you know. Um, but the Air Force taught me just all kinds of stuff. It taught me how to tie a tie, for God's sakes. Taught me how to take care of clothes if I chose to. I don't give a shit about clothes, obviously, now. I don't give a damn. I'm not in the impress me phase anymore. I got my fancy T-shirt on today. This one says, yeah, see if we get close enough. This one says, "Sex. I'm just two people short of a threesome." Isn't that hilarious? But anyways, the Air Force prepared me so well for going into college and how to manage my time. It did. It did. It was amazing. I treated college like a job. I went to my classes and my job, my work day was 8 to 5. I just kept the routine going, you know. I did all my classes stuff. I did all my work. I went to the library, knocked that stuff out, um, you know, and hell, I was happy. Oh, I was really happy. Uh, and then my first semester, I got into the honors program and I graduated with a 3.79 or so. By the way, nobody gives a shit about GPAs, okay? But, I mean, they don't. Shit. Nobody cares about my GPA no more than man on the moon. Nobody cares about my uh, publishing research in the Journal of Social Psychology. Nobody gives a shit about that. I do. I was proud of that. But the Air Force really, it just really helped me. It helped me socially. It helped me learn how to speak in front of people. It taught me not to be ashamed of myself. It taught me a sense of ethics that, well, I'm not saying this happened overnight. I can't tell no lie on that. I mean, you know, it took graduate school. My ass was straightened out as far as alleged illegal activity, uh, which or doing just just having a good sense of self, and it kind of puts you into a brotherhood. Um, and I do want to reach out to people that I know or that have served around the world. Be proud of your service, even if people, you know, I don't know, they call you, I don't know why my damn nose is itchy. Boy, pollen's killing me. But it taught me how to damn not eat with my feet, and it taught me how to be respectful, you know. Um, uh, but I'm proud of my accommodation medal. I am. And yeah, I still look at it and feel proud of myself. So, anyways, um, I want to talk about happy times in the military. The feeling of being part of a team. Nothing can touch it. Nothing can touch it. I have never felt part of a team like I was in the Air Force. Now, at least you have your squabbles. I'm talking about my shop, my workshop, my people on my shift. You know, they were, we were tight. We hung out. Even people in other shops that were on my shift, we hung out. There's nothing more wonderful in the world than hanging out with somebody from a different part of the world and a different perspective on life. And it was just, I just can't really put a finger on that feeling. But knowing people, I met a fellow from the Philippines in basic. God, he was a nice guy. You know, uh, met people from Texas and Maine and Florida, just everywhere. Just good times, good times. And so, Devin, if you're hearing me, give the military a thought. I'll help you any way I can, son. Go in the Air Force. You're very smart. You're gifted. They're gonna work you to death, son. They're gonna work you to death. They're gonna work you 70 hours a week if they can. You're gonna be asleep all the time. Now, whether you dodging my calls or we're texting, that's fine. But hell, you ain't got no time to even have a life outside of work. And I know that money is seductive as hell. I mean, I'm sure. Oh, I would be positively sure that you working making a hell of a lot more money than me right now at the ass end of my career. And I'm proud of you for that. But where they're working you, son, they're never gonna give you a chance to take any classes. It's just I just don't see how you could do it. And you deserve an education, David. You deserve it. And it kills me to think that I couldn't put you through college, but hell, when everything was raveled up, I was at negative $10,000 in the hole. You know, I mean, if it wasn't for my luck, I couldn't have crawled back out of it, and I did. I crawled back out of it, but I just want you to think about it. Just give it some thought. If there's any way I can help you, anyhow, anytime, we can talk about it. All right? You deserve a chance to see something different. You deserve it. And I think the Air Force is that's my pick. My buddy in college, Les, he went to the Navy. It's another choice. I don't know anything about the Navy, but uh, hell, I know I can swim. I'm afraid to fly. I don't much like flying. Kind of weirds me out. Strange. Join the Air Force, you don't like to fly. But the one thing the Air Force got going for it is all of the damn officers, they do the flying. You just work on shit. Or you do admin work, or you work at a hospital, or you do this or that. But yeah, you don't fly. You're not in the pilot seat. Only officers fly. It's the one branch government, son, where the officers go get killed and you're in the rear with the gear, bro. You're back with the ladies and the beer, right? So anyway, uh, anywho, I'll stop strumming that string and talk about. Let's see. So I'm proud of the medal I got. I got a sharpshooter ribbon. I was the only one in my flight to get a sharpshooter ribbon. And I don't know how it went down, but everybody thought that they was going to get a marksman's ribbon. They all thought they was going to get sharpshooter. Now I was one of about three guys from the South, and the rest of the flight was from up north, And don't get this crossed. I love my brothers from up north. Love my sisters from up north. Good people. Um, you know, I just was raised up by a crazy man that was crazy about guns. So I had learned, boy, did I learn how to shoot. I was good. I was really good. I was good and I was fast. So the day before it happened, everybody, whoo, you thought I was in a flight full of damn Wild Bill Hickoks the way they were talking. And we only shot one. We shot AR-15s that were converted to 22 long rifle. And boy, these things were so damn dirty. They were so damn. Oh my God, they were dirty. I was looking at them and they were just gummed up, and everybody's AR-15s were jamming. So we're out there on the range, and good God, I think we were shooting at like 25 yards or something. I mean, I could have threw the rifle and hit the target probably, but anyways, I got a 397 out of 400, and they taught us about the gun. Well, as much as they could. I'd already gunsmithed the AR-15s by the time I was 15, 16. I was uh, Daddy bought a AR-15 carbine. He kept that in the back of his Alfa Romeo. And he always carried a gun. And I shot that one. Wasn't impressed with the accuracy of it, to tell you the truth. It was a Colt AR-15. And I remember him taking the forearm off of it. Once he took the forearm off of it, the groups tightened up. But anyways, I'm in a rambly mood. I'm in a good mood. I'm my ass is out of the alligator's mouth, so I'm gonna blah 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 a little bit. But so we shot, and I scored like a 397 out of 400. I mean, bam. I was clipping it. And they also taught us how to sight them in. But they told everybody wrong. I swear the way they talked, they were either just in a, I don't, apathetic mood, we'll call it, or uh, they, maybe they got mixed up or something. Who don't know? I mean, felt like a Boy Scouts thing almost, but I was pretty proud, which really, uh, my old man wouldn't have give two farts about that kind. But I did get to shoot 400 bullets, so that was fun. Thank you, government. And the TI, the technical instructor, come over and said, "Airman Hophead, where are you from?" "Sir, Airman Hophead reports his order. I'm from bumfuck North Carolina." And he says, are you a shooter growing up?" And I said, "Yes, sir." And everybody else is just looking all quizzically and like, what the hell? Where'd this some bitch? But I was proud of that. I was proud of that. And I was proud of the commendation medal I got. I was proud of the sharpshooter ribbon. Um, I was proud of how I got the commendation medal just for working my ass off. That was nice. Now I know I'm in this make believe world, like, oh yeah, well you got an accommodation medal for fixing shit, but the shit you fix kills people. I understand the paradox therein. I understand the paradox. So yes, I guess indirectly my work may have done damage to people. And that's the sad part of it. But hopefully we will come to an age where we can all love each other, and we just keep hoping. So I'm trying to think of other things I was proud of about the Air Force. Um, I was proud of the Air Force and how it taught me how to manage my time if I chose to. If I keep the shit. Yeah. Um, when I went to college, straight from the Air Force, I treated it like a job, 8 to 5, 8 to 5. I was working. I had GI Bill. I don't know how they call credits or whatever, but we used to call them, well, credit hours is how we termed it. I don't know how they do it now, but I had to keep at least 16 hours per semester. I finished my 4 year degree in 3 years because I did summers, and to me, college was a business transaction. I'm sorry, boys. The pollen's damn well killing me out there. I feel like I damn got my beard up my nose. But anyways, yeah, from 8 to 5, it was strictly business, man. I did my shit, uh, took care of my papers, wrote all the papers I wrote, got all my classwork done, and by 5 o'clock, done and dusted. Boom, printed, ready to go. And that was that was good for me because I could have just effed off, and you know. So, um, what else am I proud about? The Air Force. Um, I'm proud about the camaraderie where I first felt like I was part of a team. You know, it was my first interaction as a member of the team. And I'm sure I'm looking back on this with rose-colored glasses, but I would like to think that I was a good person to work with even back then. I worked night shift. I worked from 11 to 7 um, in the morning. And when I first got there, I was working from 7 at night till 7 in the morning. Oh, that was hell on wheels right there, boy. But I turned out a lot of parts, made some good friends I wish I could talk to. God, if I could find some of them boys, some of them gals I worked with. Yeah, I'm glad I had that time, and I kind of miss not being able to talk to them. But Devin, give it a thought. Just please, just please. Your stepdaddy, Hophead, Mr. Hophead, just give it thought. You got everything going for you. You are so smart. You have so much to give. It's a positive atmosphere, comparatively speaking, to what we're into now. Me and you. You know me and you. We're doing kind of the same thing. Kinda. You're on one kind of side of it. I'm kind of on the other side. But still, I'm just think about it, man. I'd do anything I could to help you. I'd do anything. So, with that said, I'll stop strumming that string. But what else am I proud of? I'm proud of learning how to try to make peace with people that didn't like me. You know, I know that's hard to imagine. Can you think about? Shudder to think. You you know how everybody loves me, but once or twice in my life I've had somebody cast an ugly gaze my way. But there was one. Well, I probably told this story. I hope I'm not repeating myself. But there was one sergeant that just really didn't like me, and he had good reason to not like me. But he was authoritarian, like, let's cut the head off and you know get done with this. He told me one time. He said, "Airman Hophead, you are a weed in my Air Force that needs to be weeded out." And I was like, oh damn, that's well shit. I'm in his Air Force and he don't like me. But he was gung ho as hell. He was gung ho, you know, and I respect him for that. I was I was doing it as an escape plan, but he was hard at it. He got tech sergeant. He got his tech sergeant stripe for doing below the zone, the below the zone um, ceremony where you can go in before a board and they'll ask you questions and they'll ask you. God, I'm sorry, I'm itching so bad. I People are mowing outside and the damn grass always makes me so itchy. But I was less than gung ho, I guess you'd call it. And come to be that he left the shop that I was working in, and he was actually managing our our barracks. He was basically my landlord, I guess is what you call it, which was You know, probably less than good considering the damn hell I was raising there. And so we were getting ready to have what's known as an operational readiness inspection. That's big shit. That's a big deal. An ORI. That's what they called it. I was like, all right. I'd set my sights. I don't call it manipulative because if it's for a good reason and your heart's in the right place, you're not manipulating. But I went down to his office in my dress blues, looking out of sight. And I went in and I popped to attention. I said, Sir, Hophead reports, I want to do my best to help you clean this barracks up and make it right. That you should have seen his damn jaw. He's like, you? And I was like, yes, sir. And he says, well, what do you think you can do to help me? And I'm like, well, I've been in trouble a lot. And they make me do all the shit stuff. So I'm a hall buffing motherfucker, buddy. I can wax and buff a floor like nobody's business. And usually it was our um, shop unit, all the hallways. There was four big square building, you know, the hallways, four hallways, and get this, in our shop, only the officers could walk down the center of the the hallway. Isn't that funny? Only the officers could walk down the middle of the hallway. If you were NCO or you were non-commissioned, personnel, non-commissioned officer, whatever, slick sleeve, wing nut, A1 cheese, senior airhead, sergeant, what you walk down now maybe senior, you know, senior master sergeants, they walk down the middle too. They carried a lot of weight. So chief master sergeant, is the big deal. I've seen chief master sergeants not even salute lieutenants. They're just like, it takes the president you know, to back somebody making chief master sergeant. So, but anyways, I told him, I said, man, I am a buffing fanatic. I will make your barracks look shine like a penny. I promised him. And he looked, he's like, okay. He's like, you're not trying to get out of shit at work, are you? I'm like, no, I'm not. But if you'll temporarily assign me to the barracks, I will help you make this baby pop. No problem. He's like, cool. He's like, we'll give it a go. And he was skeptical. He was skeptical. But I did what I said. I kept that baby pristine week after week after week. We didn't know exactly what was going to happen. They come in and he got big marks, big marks. He said that, and I was proud that I changed somebody's opinion of me. I cared one time. I cared what somebody thought, and I worked my damnedest to make peace with him. And oh, I was so proud of that. And he told me he was really surprised and he was really uh, proud of how I did things. And and one one time when I was cleaning, our barracks were adjoining rooms for two people. They weren't very big, but they're bunks, or you could separate the beds if you wanted to, however you wanted to do with your roommate. And then hey kitty, come on up, come on up. There's that little Ashley. Miss Ashy. Miss Ashley. Yeah. So, anyways, I'm using a leaf blower and I'm cleaning the breezeways, the barracks breezeways, which are on the outside. They have stairwells. And I found what you'd call a jazz tobacco cigarette, only it was what you folks in the drug world might call a roach. Now, I don't know nothing about that shit, but anyways, I picked it up and I took it down to him. I said, "Sir," I was like, "we got trouble, sir." And he said, "What's the problem?" And I said, "Look what I found, sir." And I showed him the roach. And he looked at me and his eyes got big around. He's like, "Where'd you find it?" And I said, "Out of the breezeway. Just like somebody just threw it down and damn stuffed it with their foot." And he's like, "You need to get rid of it." Now I smoked cigarettes at the time, so I pulled my lighter out. And he's like, "I should put it in the toilet and flush it." I smiled at him. Oh, that was so funny. I wonder if he's alive still. And then I had a sergeant that we were close, pretty close. He was nice to me, but he was dangerous. And I was able to work with him and appeal to common sense because there was a lack, an abject lack of emotion in this man. I thought I was, but I mean, he was, so, and we go shooting together. We go down that Red River, Barksdale Air Force Base, on the corner of Louisiana. I believe it's the Red River. I'm pretty sure. But there's all kinds of sand pits, and there. I mean, it was it was just a great place to go. You know, and and that was a place that pretty much a lot of people went. It wasn't quite so good for rifles, but it was good for pistols. And he had a stare. He had a stare GB. God, I wanted to buy that thing. I didn't have the dough, but I should have. It was a Steyr Model GB made in Germany. Oh, what that thing would be worth now. I don't know what one would be worth now. People probably don't think a lot of them now, but it was one of the first 9mm that was high capacity. But I was able to appeal to him when he was going to go off the deep end. Now, this, again, I don't believe is manipulation. I just didn't want him to get in trouble. They called me killer, but he had a rough upbringing. Made my upbringing look like a sunshiny day. But I mean, we're talking animal killing and shit. I'm just like, God damn. I hope he's okay. I hope he's straightened out. But he and he come up to about here on me. Let me tell you, size don't mean shit when it comes to something like that. But I learned how to talk to disturb people, to try to find reason and, try to help them find reason to do the right thing. Um, there was a time I talked him out of something that was, I'm glad I talked to him. Hell, I hope he's okay. Yeah, we had some similarities. I'm trying to think what else I'm proud of in the military. Hmm. Use of my time. Well, I guess that's about it. I did learn a lot about electronics, working what I did, doing what I did, working on B-52s. I learned a lot of neat stuff. I really did. It was um, Devin, I would not recommend direct services on aircraft. I would not. Okay. Um, the services are not equally kind to everyone. We'll put it that way. The yeah, your job, you know, you'll pick jobs that are what I call tough guy jobs, which is really good if you want military disability. If you want military disability, you do them tough tech guy kind of jobs. But and then you got like more direct services like working on aircraft. Golly, it could be this shirt, maybe. I don't know. But you know, the working on the aircraft. If I'd have done it over, maybe I would have probably gone into admin or a medical kind of position, something like that. Because the one thing, unfortunately, working on the aircraft is the aircraft's got to fly. You're there to do a job, and if it's work on aircraft, they don't give a shit if you got school on Tuesday night. No, no, no. They don't give a shit if you got it on Wednesday morning. They don't give a shit. They don't give a shit if you got paper due. Yeah. And if you're working in a job like admin or medical or something like that, your time is a little more routine, you know. And but anyways, enough about that. But I wish I could have done um, classes in the military, but well, I mean, the correct thing is I could have straightened my ass up quicker, but first time I've been off a chain, so, you know, first time off your chain, boy, you go a little silly, you know, get a tattoo, drink too much, and blah, 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 blah. But, anyways, oh, God, I'm losing track. I'm sorry, I'm rambling on. Mm. Military sure as hell teach you how to drink. That's for damn sure. I would suggest that part of it. Military teach you how to get in some damn fights, too. I wouldn't recommend that either. Military women are wonderful. Military woman's got a head on her shoulders. She knows where she's going, and she ain't no nonsense. She's there for a reason, and that reason is to get paid and learn and better her situation. No lie. Just when I was in, there ain't none of them. Well, there was one. There was one gal that I really liked, and she seemed to like me, but something stupid happened. That's probably fuck up, you know, because like I said, military women know where the hell they're going, and it's to improve their mind, improve their whatever they're out to get. You know, like I said, it's just so hard. There's fewer women. Hey, if you're a lady, shit, boy, military, Air Force, you join the Air Force, holy hell. Just hold on to yourself, because, you know, and of course I know there's sexual harassment and stuff like that. Yeah, but anyways, but what back to what else I'm proud of. I'm proud that the Air Force opened my eyes. It really did. Talking to people from all over the damn world, it was so cool. Got to talk to somebody from the Philippines. Talk to somebody from El Paso, Texas. Talk to somebody from Puerto Rico. You know, and I was doing gate guard duty for one of them mild alleged infractions of some sort. So this is one of them where I volunteered for everything just because, well, I kind of owed you know, the master sergeant. I kind of owed him. So, you know, but I was doing gate guard. It's like 3 a.m. Thank God I got to do night shift. Thank God. Let me tell you, Louisiana, daytime gate guard duty. Oh, hell no. They'd pour you in a bucket at the end of the day. But night shift was cool. So all I had to do was stay awake. And so plane lands, and a bunch of guys come out, and they're all speaking another language. I knew it was Spanish, but it alarmed me. And this was a Puerto Rican National Guard or, detachment, and they'd come in for training. And I got on radio, it's like, like, it's fine, Airman Hophead. They're part of the Air Force. I didn't, but they were all, speaking Spanish and coming through the gate, and I was welcoming them and all that. But talking with people of different cultures is so fun. It is just so fun to learn about folks from other places. Hell, the Air Force may have taught me how to be curious. To be curious. Just being curious. Why things are this way or that, it taught me how to just look into things, research things, learn about things. Um, ow. So, anyways, well, I guess that's enough of my service speech, I guess. And I want to thank all the veterans from all over the world, really. I mean, for serving your country. No matter what you disagree about it or agree about it, I hope I hope you guys are well. And I want to give an even bigger thanks. And I want to thank the American taxpayer. From the bottom of my heart, I probably squandered some of y'all's money, and I apologize. I was feral. I was fucking wild and insane. And the American taxpayer basically was, I consider the American taxpayer and Uncle Sam my family. I forget how much money it was. Somebody computed it even back then, the amount of money that they put into me, it's astounding. Something like $130,000. They put that much into me. So, and it's because of you, the American taxpayer. Thank you so much. I am so grateful for you guys paying taxes and making me the person at least better than what I was. I still got to work on some things, but the American taxpayer, thank you, thank you, thank you. If I didn't have an Uncle Sam, I wouldn't have had any family. So, okay, I'll stop talking about that now. What do I want to talk about now? I want to talk about something where I'm at right now. I don't get to talk to people much. Been reading in the library, and I'm reading that John Bolton book. Um, it's a political book. It's very interesting. It's a hard read, but it's worth reading. Now, this is a person, John Bolton is a person that I may not agree on with everything, but he has interesting things to say, and he took the time to write them down. And I can't believe that I'm interested in a political book, but I've never been wise about politics. I've always been more of a bleeding heart, wimpy, whatever you want. I don't know. I kind of go back and forth on stuff. Hell, I can't even settle my mind on stuff sometimes. But um, anyways, oh, what the hell? I lost it. I'm just so happy to be home. Oh man, you burn five and you get two. You burn five and you get two, and you burn five and you get two. And this week I burned five and they're giving me three. Oh, yeah, 3 days off. But let's see. I wish I could see you boys so bad. God Almighty, damn it! If I could see you boys sitting on my couch, me sitting in my little chair there, right here in this computer room, I'd be so fucking tickled. I'd be crying, laughing, and I miss y'all so much. You got me drinking squirt. You see what you've reduced me to? I miss you so much. I'm a squirtaholic. Still ain't been drinking none. Mm. A wise friend of mine told me he was encouraged when I was telling him about it. He says, Fred, he said, you may need to start drinking again when you really need it. Probably about 65 or 70. So I'm 56 now. I'll be 57 soon enough. And well, when I'm 60, I could retire. And if I ain't got a belly full of cancer or some debilitating, crappy thing falls on me, I'll get to be on easy street for a couple of years. Man, I can't wait. Oh, I can't wait to retire. Mm, I can just see it now. and I'm going to be okay. I think I'm going to be okay, especially with the news I got this week. Golly, I don't know what the hell's going. Maybe it's the cats. What the hell, y'all? I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm itching so damn bad. I uh, my tractor blew up. God Almighty. Which that's not been helping things. I've been mowing. I had my um, uh, Kubota BX 2200 2001 model, maybe something like that. Uh, Replaced the O-rings and the injectors. Not a problem. I mean, I found a buddy, or I found a local person that could fix that for me, and he replaced the O-rings. Uh, so she's squirting kerosene all over the place, wanting to burn me alive. So that was nice. Got that fixed, and so um, I don't know if I mentioned in previous videos, but 3 weeks ago, I sharpened the blades, replaced the blades. The center spindle has a little bit of a problem with the clearance. You got to do this. Of course, it's the center spindle. 3-blade lawnmower deck. God Almighty, damn them. Now this is a 60-inch freaking deck. 60 inches. So uh, put took the blades off, sharpened them, put them back on, greased all the fittings, grease fittings, worked it out. Boy, it took me a while because it was just hurting my feet, and getting down like that's kind of getting hard on me. And God, I know I sound like a wimp, but I swear it's from where I worked so hard as a kid. I think it did a lot of stuff to me. Um, I mean, I felt like it anyways. I was constantly hauling wood, you know. Weekends weren't mine, they were Dad's. And painting the house, hauling the wood, splitting the wood, stacking the wood, hell, moving the wood if he's mad at me. Move this wood over here, now move it over there, now move it over here. Um, he made me pick up, well, when he basically tricked me into learning how to lay cinder blocks and lay bricks. That was the summer he put, big stacks of cinder blocks out in the yard. He says, "You're building the addition to my shop. And your little ass better lay a line or two every day or I'm going to whip your ass." So, but what he wanted for the lower shop, he wanted an I-beam and a chain hoist so he could pull engines. His Alfa Romeo, uh, which he loved. I hated the damn thing, but he loved it. Sorry to any Alfa Romeo fans. It's it's just another one of those things that they require timely maintenance. I'm more of a uh, give me something that'll take a beating and keep going. But anyways, sharpen the blades, put them back on. Proud of myself. Next time I needed to mow, the battery's dead. God Almighty! I keep it on a maintainer. What I think I did was the ignition switches wore out a little. I think I left it on accessory. No problem. No problem. I hooked up my battery charger, put it on a charge, went and watched TV for an hour. Boy, nothing can stop Fred Hophead. I'll be right to it. And so I did. Cranked her up, and here we went. Now I've been running it on half throttle, just swinging the blades so the The engine won't overheat. I haven't been able to help get anybody to. I couldn't get anybody. I can't get anybody to pay to fix it. And if I go to the Kubota dealership, they're gonna bend me over a barrel. Hell no. It's gonna be that. It's gonna be that, and it's gonna be that over and over. They're crookeder than a damn dog's hind leg, these damn dealerships. So um, it's just it's just an art trying to figure out how to get help fixing things. So, anyways, got it charged, cranked it up, half throttle, engaged the blades. Woohoo! I'm mowing in the allergic world of grass. So I'm mowing, and all of a sudden something don't smell right. Oh my God, something bad. I back up the tractor. It's dumped a damn puddle of oil. I'm afraid to even go look at the damn radiator cap to see the milkshake that's probably. I don't think the block's cracked, but I think rear main seal went. I think the rear main seal. And that's not fun or fun. There's nothing good about that. It's a gray belly Kubota too. The BX 2200 and made in India. Some people say that makes it not as good. I don't know. That's their tale. I sit on mine. But oh, I'm allergic to cats too. Yeah, smart guy. And I take generic Claritin. I might as well be taking Tic Tacs. So that was terrible. It was a terrible day. And then I came in here and made a video being a little crybaby, but I'm ashamed to show you that one because that's not what I don't want you to think of. I told you some serious stuff, but I want you to see Happy Fred Hophead. Once I'm dead and gone, I want you to be able to sit and gig with this shit, you know. If you're watching this while I'm dead, I still love you. Still love you both. But, you know, that sucks. Yeah, I've always loved tractors. Ford 8N, Red Belly, Ferguson's. I've, eh, tractor. Tractor. When I was little, I had little toy tractors. God, I loved them playing them in the dirt. Yeah. But, what else is going on? Oh, have you heard the news? This Fred Hophead right here got a note on his back door. A back door note. You know what I'm talking about? They got a back door note from somebody that, shit, I couldn't run away from far enough, quick enough. But, well, it was it was from a diabolical person that would basically squeeze all the money out of me, throw me down the road. I can dream. Let me dream. A woman left a back door note on my back door. Okay. Ain't nobody I want to mess with, that's for sure. As far as that's concerned, I'm closed for business. Hell. No, never again. But what else is going on? One of the people I work with got a new job, and I'm very happy for her. Devin knows this. Devin, you would agree with me. some of some would say the work we do, either you have to have a tower of iron will. I mean, frickin' a strong and determined sense of self, which that ain't me. Um, you have to be crazy, ding, 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 or you gotta be dead behind the eyes. You just, you just have to lose yourself and just think the world is a terrible, horrible place. She didn't. She wasn't any of those things. She was a very cool, very awesome young lady. She was very neat. But this atmosphere where I'm at, didn't it didn't fit her pistols. And I hope I didn't get to go see cause of where I didn't get to go wish her well. I didn't get to even sign her little going away card. But I did have somebody send an email. So but we lose the good ones and the sycophants stay around, Mr. Sycophant. But I did get to help a little today at work, so that was neat. So somebody that's um, really cool person. She's very cool. She's about my age, Air Force veteran. Got to got to tell her Happy Veterans Day and all that, and we thanked each other for our service, and like it was very, you know. But she's just a really neat person. I'd love to meet her husband. Her husband sounds really cool, but it's just so hard to make friends at this age. It's just really hard. And I don't want to be that kind of person, you know. And I'm kind of by myself. And I think sometimes people look at people that don't have nobody in their life and they're just like, well, there's some reason why that son of a bitch don't have nobody around. He's got to be a bastard, you know. So, and I have a cool coworker. He's a veteran, Navy. He's a very cool person, really is. Devin, he does work more like you. He's getting ready to retire. I can't wait to take you if he'll let me. He's kind of like me. He's maybe that's why uh, still trying to figure each other out. But he's a really cool person, and he's Navy, you know, and I'm Air Force, so it's always that's just part of the game. You know, I'm a propeller head. I'm chair force. You know, he's a squid. You know, he's a seaman. That's always funny to go back and forth. He'll give me some, you know, like, do you do anything other than sit? You know, he'll say something like to me, and then I'll be like, hey, uh, why? Tell me why again they put your last name on the top of your rear pocket on your pants. I won't go any farther. I don't want to be offensive, but that's you know. But I just texted him, "Thank you for your service." I don't think he's got it yet, but I helped him. We went to Hickory, and I helped him pick out some ammunition, and he's a cool guy. He is. I'm 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 proud to uh, you know. I'm proud to call him at the least an associate, at most a friend. We don't hang out, but I guess it's more like work friend, you know. But and you know, Noah, when you get out, or if you decide to get out of the Air Force, you will find that camaraderie in the civilian life. So, um, what is this? National Cat Day? Are you thanking me for my service? You gonna give me a fresh scratch? You know you're terrible. You are terrible. You are so terrible. But let's see, what else? What else? What else? What else? Oh, Noah, you'd like to know this. Did you know that my personal Lord and Savior, you know him, JC, Johnny Cash, is a veteran, served in the chair for us in the early 50s during the Cold War. I believe he was stationed in Germany. Lucky bastard. God, I'd have done anything been stationed in Germany. That'd have been so fun. I got family. I mean, I'm a mutt. I'm a mutt. And I'm not trying to offend anybody. You know, I have ancestry from Germany. I have ancestry, and boy, this squirt's knocking me out. I have ancestry in the Ulster region of Scotland, or I always get that confused. Ulster Scots. So, of course, everybody around here has some Cherokee uh, in their background, but Jena, yeah, and to my friends in Germany, I'm sorry, but Jena, Germany, where the Zeiss Corporation, makers of the Zeiss binoculars and Zeiss telescopes, rifle scopes. Zeiss is a big name. Um, but yeah, Johnny Cash served and stationed in Germany. And my personal, what would Johnny Cash do? WWJCD. Yeah. I about got in a fight with somebody over Johnny Cash song I put in jukebox one time. But that's another story. That's we I stupid. But let's see, what else can I tell about it? Oh, I guess I've ranted and raved a little bit enough about that, I guess. Let's see what else is going on right now in my life. I told you I've been reading that John Bolton book. I forget what they called it, but um, I read the Silo series, science fiction series of novels. Silo series is like Wool, and I forget the three names. It was it was pretty good, three books to read. Um, it's kind of sad. I think I was the saddest when the kitty cat finally passed away in the second book. That was kind of. I know what it's like to have a good kitty. Well, I mean, I don't have good kitties myself, but I remember in my distant past having one or two. These are terrible cats. You are the terriblest, just the terriblest of cats, aren't you? You're so terrible. Look at this. Look at this thing. Now. What I'm gonna adjust this camera, and she's gonna break off. There she is. Meow meow. Oh meow meow. That's the 1 second she's being good. That's the 1 second she's being a good girl. Yes. Boy, she loves me in that crazy love. Like, I won't let you be in another room unless I'm in there with you. It's like a relationship with a crazy person. She's a little too enmeshed, and my legs can prove it. She has scar. This cat has put more scars on me than being in fights. Uh, And I couldn't imagine declawing a cat. That's just a terrible thing to do. No, they're just scratches. Yeah. I lived with a woman when I was working in Hickory. She was a cool person. She was playing me. Uh, I have this weird fetish that I'm going to admit to you boys. Don't tell anybody, okay? I have this weird sexual fetish that I like to be with women that I love. I know that's weird. Keep it under your hat, but yeah, I, I gotta have that lovey feel. Little did I know that lots of women don't like men that love, but yeah, love was, but I'd fall in love too easy. I just did. Maybe it's loneliness, like family, trying to make something of a family to fill a hole, or I don't know. But I wouldn't say I picked the wrong ladies. You know, I have good things to say about every one of them, but most of them all cheated on me. So if I could pull my brain out or go back in time and put my brain in my young body and then, skedaddle back to here, and just live without a brain, I think I'd have probably been better. I got overly attached. I was one of those. I just come unraveled. I don't know why. People are good at things and they're bad at things. I was just so bad at it. I get I get googly eyed and I get boy they just see me coming. But what happened was I had a party back when I had friends. They come over, we all drinking, having a good time, and um, there's this one girl I really had a strong crush on, and well, she gave me a chance, but she got mad at me because I didn't walk her to her door one night, and that was over. But I didn't know. I, I don't even know if that was the real reason. But next next gal I kind of talked to come along, and well, she's a bartender. I got a real powerful weakness for bartenders. I do. Whew, bartenders. Yeah. she was. She is a cool person. She after the last girl from the party kind of didn't want nothing to do with me because I didn't walk her to the door. This girl called me up. She'd been to the party too, and she was like, "Hey, you want to go out sometime?" I was like, "Sure, that'd be great," And uh, we hung out for a couple weeks, had a good time, and I did. God, shit. There's got to be something insane about me for doing that, but fell in love with her. I loved her. She's just a great person. She's fun and vibrant and just all the neat things. And then after about a month of dating, strangely, she got evicted from her house. What do, Mr. Smart Guy? She moves in with me. I was living by myself. My buddy, my roommate, he moved out. He got married. He found a very nice lady. He was a little more old school and what you'd say interested in a 1950s style nuclear family approach to life, where he was 100% in charge and she was 100% not in charge. It's kind of not like the way I want to do shit. But I hope they're still married. I hope they're still together. It's not my style. But, anyways, she moves in. Everything's cool. And, damn, if she didn't cheat on me first damn week after she moved in. Crazy. And I forgave her. I did. I forgave her. But she paid half the rent. We was girlfriend, boyfriend. She pulled her weight. She's nice to me. She let me drink for free lots of times. Oh gosh almighty. Oh, date a bartender. Mm. They pretend like they like you. They chat you up for tips. That's okay. I didn't mind. But they acted interested like they wanted to talk to you. You know, I'm done. I'm done. Putty in their hands. But she had a cat, a tortoiseshell, like these two crazy asses. I hope I didn't tell this story already. The cat was insane. The cat was known in my friend group to not ever be touched. That was her cat, and she was the only one that pet that cat, and that's the way it was. So I'm getting a new girlfriend, a new live-in girlfriend, and a new cat. And you know what? I was peaceful with that cat, and I love cats, as you well can know. I'm allergic, and I love cats. But she's like, she's like, now don't touch that cat. That cat loves me only, and she's never loved anybody but me. And I was like, that's cool. I'm fine with that. Hell, I mean, as long as it don't hurt me, as long as it doesn't pull a shotgun out on me or make me write bad checks by gunpoint or anything, I can live and let live. The cat's welcome to come and go around the house as it pleases, and hell, I'll just be over here on the computer like I've been for 40 years. Wasn't doing something else, but um, and so we cohabitated for I don't know, about 6 months, and then she met a fella on, this is so, this, I'm telling on myself. It's fine though. It's fun. I'm, you know what? My life's such an open book. I don't care. I don't care. Hell, she, I was playing EverQuest in efforts to save money for my house. I needed, I needed about 10 or 12,000, and I knew that was going to take me about a year to do it. And oh boy, did I live cheap. And her helping pay rent helped, which that was good. And so I played EverQuest, and then I helped her pick out a computer, and she bought her a computer, and she played EverQuest with me. We had a good time. Those were good times. Me and her playing EverQuest together. I think it was the first. I think it was the first time I ever felt close with a woman, and we shared an interest. And I've always tried to recapture that. And even with y'all's mom, uh, you know, we shared some interests, and that was cool. Um, that part of your mom I miss a whole lot. Uh, you know, I'm just, I just want to shoot straight with you boys. I'm healed from that situation, and I'm at peace. And I hope you boys uh, called you mama and wished her a good Mama's Day. Um, your mama's sense of humor, your mama's sense of humor was amazing. Offbeat, weird, morbid, ridiculous. You know, but anyways, going back to the gal with the cat. So we play EverQuest, and she cheated on me one time, and well, she kissed a guy drunk one time. I've forgive it. I forgive it. So it's hard to admit what a sucker you are. I'm a sucker when it comes to women. But back to the cat. Cat's the topic. So, oh God, I've been speaking for an hour and 23 minutes. Lord. So, anyways, the uh, the cat and I did not touch. No, sir. Mm-mm. This cat never come to me, and I never reached out to it. I'd put food in its bowl. I'd give it water. It walked around the house, and I sat in the computer, and it sat there looking at me, and I didn't pay it no mind, and we were peaceful. Well, one night she goes to work. Oh boy. Well, I don't think she'd probably laugh about it. At the time, she loved this cat. But I'm barefoot. It's a carpeted apartment. We weren't even supposed to have cats. Of course, everybody does that. But so I walked down the hall, and I was on my side of the hall, and she was sashaying down her side of the wall. And I didn't even look at her, I'm just like, and man, she gashed my foot. She put a, I mean, it was, it was probably that long. I mean, she gashed the hell out of my foot. And she almost took an eye out on one fella. She was sitting on a bed or on a banister, on a stair banister, and took a swipe, almost took the guy's eye. Well, I was apparently not in the day to fool around with it. And so I decided that we were going to have a come to Jesus meeting. I believe people of the South will say that. A meeting of the minds. So I chased the cat up into the guest room. Fancy, I know. Well, it was a two-bedroom. We slept in one. We had a guest room. Anybody got drunk, they could sleep in. They wouldn't have to get a DWI. And first thing I did is chase her in that guest room, close the door. And then I put on soft shoes, two pairs of socks, bib overalls, a coat, gloves, uh, a hat that covered my ears because I didn't know how the cat was going to do. I was going to leap at my face. But suffice it to say that I geared up because we were ready to have the meeting. Well, walked into the guest room, closed the door real quick. She's under the bed. Luckily, I was able to pick it up without hurting her. Picked it up and I put it against the windows. That way there'd be no witnesses. And then I took the bed frame and canted it up so it'd hold the mattress there and the box springs. It was like, now we've got no witnesses. Now I got a towel, and for maybe an hour, a good solid hour would be conservative. I just flopped her with the towel, just a little pop, 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 kind of like this. If this was the towel and this was the cat, I'd just do this. That's all I did. I just did that. I did it. You know, it was a little towel, but I kept her ass moving. Flop, 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 flop. I was sweating. I was hot. The air conditioner. I was burning up from my armor. And around the rooms we go. Flop, 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 flop. I mean, I flopped her around, and the thing is, it it wasn't physical. It was just to scare her. It was just the unnerving of getting the towel flopped on her, and she shit everywhere. And we'd take breaks. Gosh almighty, I'd lay in the damn corner of the guest room like that. She'd be there, and I was like, all right, let's go. Flop, 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 flop. Flop, 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 flop. Okay. I'm like, I can't take this no more. So I stop, I open the door, and she's out. Freaking out of there. I'm like, all right. So get all the cat turds up, clean that up, vacuum the floor, put the frame back down, put the box springs back down, put the mattress back down, clean everything up, take off all my stuff, get a shower, relax. God almighty, I was so tired. And then I just went back down, got on the computer, logged into EverQuest, got into EverQuest crap for the rest of the evening. She come home, she didn't know a thing. I say nothing. Oh hell no, wasn't saying nothing. Not about her baby. And that was that. That was just between me and the cat. She didn't know. Me and the cat knew. And it's funny. It's weird, or not funny, but it was kind of an odd situation. But I'm sitting there playing EverQuest. She's playing EverQuest, and the cat comes over and sits on my computer desk. And you should have seen her. She's like, what the hell's going on? I'm like, what? And she's like, that cat only sits with me. And I'm like, I don't know. Next thing you know, it's crawling in my lap. I look at it in my lap. I don't touch it. I mean, I'm not stupid. I don't know. It's going to be a retribution strike or something. But she sits down in my lap, and I'm just like this on my computer, like, doo, 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 doo. And she's like, no, my cat don't like nobody but me. And I'm like, oh, I don't know. I go, I guess maybe it's just, just maybe she just likes me. I don't know. Maybe just. And the thing is, see, I knew her previous boyfriend, and so um, that cat never liked him ever. Now I told him what happened. He thought it was pretty funny. But so yeah, that cat, I pet it. It get on my lap. Strange as shit, but that's how it went. Uh, But eh, yeah, I had a girlfriend one time that I used. She had three youngins. All they were. I hope they're well. They are lovely children. I hope they're very good. She had two girls and she had a little boy, and I loved her. I I still think about her. The girls that you kind of fall for, I guess you don't really forget them. You know, it's kind of the more lusty one, kind of just lust things, and then, but you don't forget them. You always think about what if. But I'd keep her young'uns so that she could go take care of stuff. And turns out I was babysitting her three kids while, while she was going out and cheating on me. Oh, hell. Funnier than hell. Oh, well. And I was like, I call, you know, I called the guy just to let him know, what was going on. And the thing is, I handled it pretty well. I mean, I was pissed off, but I wasn't like wanting to go gangsta on nobody or nothing. But I did want the guy to know that she was having multiple sex partners, and people don't tell people these things. And she had a tubal ligation after three young'uns. I thought, why, why wouldn't you? Um, so we had unprotected sex, and I got HPV, man. So human papillomavirus. So uh, I called him and let him know. I was like, I told her about genital warts, and I did. Man, I was such a fucking weirdo. I'm surprised anybody did. But I just felt when I found out that I had genital warts, I just felt honor bound to tell people beforehand. And I just thought it was the right thing to do. And it sure is a fucking crushing. It's a horny crusher. But boy, was it! It's a horny crusher. You certainly bring the the vibe down, you know. Look, I gotta talk to you. You know, I got HPV. I can't. You know, you know, we can't do. You know, I can't. You know, some ladies all right with it, but you know, like okay, you know, you know, some ladies know what that means, and some ladies, you know, were like, oh, what's that, you know, and then you got to just tell them what genital warts are all about, you know, and that's kind of, you know, that's a weird space, you know, but if you can tell a mama that her kid is an adolescent sex offender, I guess you can pretty much talk about any damn thing anymore. Kind of blows your perspective on what to talk about. Too much information, I believe. TMI. Yes, I have been accused of the TMI. But I just felt that it was the right thing to do to tell beforehand, you know. She was all right. She just said, well, we'll just, and the thing is, it's about exposure if you don't get them removed. And I tell you the truth, I don't know where I got them. I mean, I don't know. Um, but you know, the idea is to, you know, you get them burned off or whatever, you know, froze off. Move on, soldier. Keep at it. You know, I never had anything else. You know, so I mean, I was doing things right, and I know there ain't no little hopheads running around out there. And I think due to the spinal meningitis, and I had mumps at a young age, and I had like lots of high fever weather, which will do a number on your nuts. So, um, but I called the guy that she'd been seeing behind my back, and I at least disclosed. I'm like, look, man, I'm like, we've been having unprotected sex, and I got HPV. I don't. You need to know this. That's not a good. That's not. That's not. That's people don't like you after that. Mm-mm. Oh hell no. Shit. She called me pissed off. I ain't got shit. You son. I'm not. You put me in this position. I didn't ask for this. And she's a. She, she was a nice person. She was a vibrant, nice lady, and uh, I wish we could have still been friends. I fucked that up. But I don't know why I'm talking about this stuff. But I just wanted to have a long talk with you. I didn't want to. I thought about doing some karaoke or something, but I just wanted to have some talking stuff. But now we're talking about cats. Now we're talking about genital warts. What the fuck? Segway weirdness. Let's see here. Anyways, I like cats. I love cats. So, and I did get a little weird with that one cat, but it turned out to like me. And I pet it. And I guess sometimes you got to show an animal who's boss, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Uh, Aggie has been just a mess. Oh, Agnes. Aggie. Agnes Moorhead. Show yourself. Aggie. 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 There's my girl. I want Noah to see you. Noah, this is this little small puppy. Oh, he's There's this little tiny puppy that I picked up, and right when you was getting ready to join the Air Force, you put her on. You play on your computer. You remember playing on your computer? You'd be kicked back, like sprawled out, like on a sedan chair or something, and you trained her to love to lay between your legs. You pat her while you played the computer. Remember that? Remember? Yeah. She wants to get on me and lay on me like I'm a pillow. She's a bad hog. I can't even sleep with her in the bed. Such a damn bad hog. Ain't you? Ain't you? Ain't you a good girl, though? Kind of not. Yeah. I found a tick on her, and then I found a tick on me. I just can't have her in the bed. I don't want to get Lyme disease at this late stage of the game. I like steak too much. But, well, yes. She yawns when she likes the attention. She does this yawn thing. Now get out of the trash. No, get out of the trash. I can't wait to see you boys. When are y'all gonna come visit me? Damn, I miss y'all so much. Got Devin working 18 days a week, and why don't y'all just give up on your lives and come here and just be at my beck and call? Why don't y'all just do that? Wouldn't that be easier? Just come here, throw your careers away, and just come back here. And I might let you out every once in a while. Okay? All right? How about that? Of course, you got to bring a bunch of money too. Bring a bunch of money. We'll do that. So, anyways. All right. I guess I've been talking my ass off. I'm afraid to even look at I'm afraid to even look at these videos. I just test to make sure there's sound at the beginning. Hell, I probably screwed this one up. I'd screw up a free lunch, but I don't even want to look at them because it weirds me out to see myself. I tried streaming where I had my face when I was doing. I can't do it. Can't do streaming with my face in the. Now I could sit here and talk on camera, but when I'm playing the game and stuff, it's just I don't know. It's I've reviewed the video and I was just like I don't like this. But anyways, I'm gonna close. I guess I'll close with a song. Um, this is a jazz performer named Bessie Smith. Now, Bessie Smith. Let's see. I believe I got it right. I believe it's yeah, Bessie Smith. Bessie Smith is a jazz performer from like 19 what is it 20 the 1920s. The Roaring Twenties. Now, Bessie Smith is a really interesting character. Bessie Smith was a strong, no nonsense black jazz performer, singer. She didn't give a shit. She was a self-professed bisexual lady in 1920 something. This gal, uh, back in the 20s, this is where you go to a store and look at records, and then you'd be like, let's get them records from underneath the counter, way down low. Yeah, this was like really racy stuff. But I would, y'all to take a listen to Bessie Smith, Take Me to the Electric Chair. That song is badass. And basically, the song is about a woman that got mad because her husband cheated on her. So she stabbed him to death. And she's telling the judge that she's, she's done her crime and she's going to do her time. And she's like, take me to the electric chair. I'd sing that one, but they didn't have the karaoke. So listen to that one on your own. But basically, it's Judge, Judge, please, Mr. Judge, take me to the electric chair. And it's in the song, I cut him with my Barlow. Barlow was a folding knife, pretty famous brand, Barlow. Folding knives, people collect those. Uh, but she sings about cutting them with Barlow. But anyways, I'm gonna sing this one, and this one's I believe it says here that it was written by Jimmy Cox in 1923. It was popularized by Bessie Smith, famous female blues singer from 1920s, 1930s. Let's see. This is apparently she recorded first in 1929. But anyways, I'm gonna sing "Nobody Knows You When You're Down and Out." So let me get my sound levels right here. All right, here we go. Sing along, kiddies. Once I lived the life of a millionaire, spending my money, I just didn't care. Took all my friends out for a good time. Bought bootleg liquor, champagne and wine. Then I began to fall so low. Lost my good friends, I'd nowhere to go. I get my hands on a dollar again. I hang on to it till that old eagle grins. Nobody knows you when you're down and out. In your pocket, not one penny. And as for friends, you ain't got any. When you get back on your feet again, everybody wants to be your long lost friend. I said it's strange without any doubt. Nobody knows you when you're down and out. All right, boys. You have a great Memorial Day. I uh, I miss y'all boys so much. Hmm. I'm glad y'all are part of my life. I get good feelings when I think about you both. So, anyways, happy Memorial Day. Be safe. Don't be out there getting in crazy shit. Don't do no shit now. All right? Bye.